Here are the top 5 highest selling games on the Oculus store in January of 2023. Number 5, Super Hot VR. Super Hot VR is an action puzzler game with a really unique mechanic. When you stand still, time stands still, but the moment you start moving, your enemies start moving around you. This makes you really think through how you play each scenario. If you see one enemy you have to take out sooner than others, or someone who's close in your face you're going to take out, but is that going to allow someone else to fire off a gunshot at you? Not only is this a truly unique game, but it's great for people new to VR. There's no actual locomotion in it. All the movement is done in your actual play space around you, so people don't tend to get motion sick. It's also a really fun party game. Currently, it's 40% off right now if you're interested in getting it. It's got about a 4.8 rating with people comparing this to a Matrix simulator or a John Wick simulator. Super Hot VR is one of those titles everyone in VR should play. Number 4. Bone Lab. Rated mature 17 and up, Bone Lab is a physics-based action game that puts you through all kinds of physics-based puzzles, melee combat, different firearm use with very realistic gun mechanics, and even has moments of parkour that you have to use with their physics engine and your in-game physical body. This in-game physical body can also be switched between different avatars that have different characteristics, some being really strong and able to punch people across the room, others being extremely tall and being able to grab onto something high and pull you up. Bone Lab hasn't been out for long, but has been called one of the best experiences on the standalone Quest 2, and it shows. Even at its $40 price tag, it's still showing up in the top selling with about a 4.7 rating and tons of ratings, over 13,000 ratings. People have really enjoyed Bone Lab, but not only the game, there is a huge modding scene and they built mod support directly into the game. If you've been waiting on this, make sure there will be a link in the description for 25% off if you want to get this game. Number 3, Blade and Sorcery Nomad. Blade and Sorcery shows up on this list all the time because it is known as one of the most popular combat simulators. Combat seems to be a running theme in the top 5 this month. In Blade and Sorcery, just like the title says, you've got all kinds of different bladed weapons, medieval weapons, but you also have sorcery powers, magic that you can use on your enemies. There is more and more modes being added to this, but the most popular mode is just the sandbox mode, where you get in, you can fight off waves and waves of enemies, and with the ragdoll physics and the violence and gore. It is rated 17 and up, mature audiences only, and it is $20 currently. It's normal full price, which you get a lot of game for that, especially including the new dungeon mode they've added. Reviews mention all kinds of things, from this being a psychopath simulator to this being just a really fun game to blow off some steam, and of course mod support that you can also get and really change the way this game looks. I anticipate we'll continue to see this game on and off the top 5 list for a long time to come, as it is very popular and $20 is a good price. Number 2, Job Simulator. Job Simulator is back on our list, potentially because so many people have bought Quest 2s over the holidays, gotten them for Christmas, that now some of the tried and true classics are back in the top 5. Job Simulator puts you inside of jobs in a future where robots have taken over and humans now go on tourist trips to see what it used to be like to job. You are learning what it was like to be an office worker, a mechanic, professional chef in a very funny environment where robots don't quite know what it used to be like, and it's very humorous. With a very high 4.8 rating, it is on its full price right now of just $20 for this game. Alchemy Labs, well known in the field of VR, with their Job Simulator being one of the most popular games of early VR. They've made Vacation Simulator and other games recently. Most all reviews are positive on the game, although some people say they wish there was more to it. There's not enough jobs, there's not enough time spent in the jobs, but this is a great game to have to take people who are new to VR into, let them have a fun time, and is very popular not only with older people but with very young people. A quick honorable mention to a game that almost made the list today, Into the Radius, another mature 17 and up game. This game puts you in a post-apocalyptic world trying to survive and solve the mysteries of this magical zone called the Radius. You step into the Radius to find all kinds of monsters and puzzles that you're trying to learn your way through, and with some of the most brutally realistic survival gun mechanics in any game. For a true survival fan, this game is definitely something to check out. $30 at full price with about a 4.8 rating. People have really loved and enjoyed this game. And the number 1 top selling game at the moment, of course, is Among Us VR. Between its very low price tag of only $10, all of the new people that have gotten into VR recently wanting to get to try this game, and the fact it hasn't been out that long, Among Us keeps showing up on the list here with a slightly less than 4-star rating, mostly citing the communities, very young people in the lobbies, inappropriate language, and it's a game that you need multiplayer to play. It has a bit of a rough reputation, but if you can find the right crowd to go play Among Us, it's the mobile game, but fully in VR. You're trying to figure out who the imposter is. It's murdering your crew as you're trying to get tasks done, but there's a very creepy element added to it. Now that it's first person, you're constantly looking over your shoulder, worried that someone's going to come take you out. Among Us VR can be a lot of fun if you find the right crowd to play it with. Reviews on the game also might be a little skewed if people have found ways to try and make art in reviews and are using that and then posting 5-star reviews. Not not necessarily fully reviewing the game. Have you ever tried Among Us or any of these games in the top 5? Was there ones that you feel like just because they're selling doesn't necessarily mean they're good games and you didn't enjoy them? I'd love to know in the comments down below. I want to say thank you for coming out, and we'll see you in another reality.